So what is up, everyone? It's your man Matty Ice back with another video. And though this is like my final little part for my horror series that I've been doing, where I've talked about my favorite horror manga, comics, and now I'm on to movies. Which I might do video games, so that just comment if you want me to talk about video games, like like my favorite horror video games. But and then sorry for the background noise if you guys can hear it, because as I'm filming that these like that the people we hired decide to start working again, even though it's been a week. It's been a week since they finished the siding, but they decided to come back and do some more. But so see, I have a little list. It's 10 movies. Well, it's actually got this idea from Kainan Becker, who so it's like he does the YouTube channel Ghost Pirate Entertainment. So I would tag him and I will leave that video down below because I actually love that guy so much. Like he's such a good. So see, I love his videos, but onto the list, and like I'm just gonna get a couple ones out of the way that like I think it's kind of obvious, but that's Halloween number one. It's a classic. It's a 19, it's a classic slasher movie. It's got Jamie Lee Curtis in it, and what's at this point like I think if you love horror movies and you haven't checked out Halloween yet, you should definitely check it out because it's such a great movie. And it's like I have to watch this every single year on Halloween. It's sort of like a habit I do, but yeah, but like if you don't want to watch Halloween again, that I'm just gonna add on to number one real quick. So see, I'm gonna do Prom Night, which actually that one is also Dreamy Lee Kudos, but it's kind of similar, but instead of Halloween, it's a prom, and then so that the second one I would kind of suggest if you don't want to watch Halloween is Black Christmas. So this actually came out before Halloween came out, which again like it's sort of like a Christmas horror movie. So like if you don't want to watch it during Halloween, maybe you can watch it during Christmas. But this came out before Halloween, if I remember correctly, and it's not as well known. But like it's sort of like in that slasher genre of things. But so next up on the list is Trick or Treat, which again like it's a like I think that's another just popular one to watch this time of year. And like so this one, if I remember correctly, is like an anthology series or a movie where there's different stories going on. But Sam, who is on the cover of the movie, I think it's the most iconic character from that. So next up is The Descent. Now, this is where it kind of gets interesting, except this doesn't really take place during Halloween time. It's more of, but it's horror. So, but that this follows a group of people who that they do like the cave dive and like cave exploration and stuff. So they check out caves and like they go hiking and stuff. And so they find this one cave, and it turns out that they find these creatures in it that have just been living down there for like probably thousands, if not millions of years, and that they can only hear. So obviously that they evolved to the point where that they can only hear, that they can't use their eyes because it's like obviously living in the dark for thousands, if not millions of years, obviously changes that. But it's a very just great movie, which I do hear some people talk about it, which I love that some people are talking about it. And then what's that? There was a sequel, which I never actually checked out the sequel to it. So, but I am planning on doing that this year, uh, soon. Is checking out the sequel to The Descent. But next up at number four, it's Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Now, that what is better than clowns turning people into cotton candy? Now, I just watched this one again, just like the other day, and I love this movie. And obviously, like I wasn't alive during the '80s, so I don't know what it was like, but it's just such a great movie, and it's so funny. Like it's not really that scary of a movie, but it's fantastic. It's about these aliens that look like clowns that come from outer space, and that they just kill people, and it's great, and that they turn people into cotton candy. Like it's just such an awesome movie. Where like if you just haven't seen it, like you just have to watch it. Just put like all the other movies aside and just watch it. Next up, that this is kind of like a two-parter, and that this is where it kind of gets weird because these two also have TV shows, and that's Creepshow slash Tales from the Crypt, and that these are always enjoyable series. That this is all so both of these are like anthology series where each thing is that there's multiple stories going on, and so I kind of put them together just because I think they're so similar, even though Like they're not exactly the same, but I feel like they're so similar. Like in a sense, in that both had movies and both had TV series and both had comics. So definitely check out a movie, like some movies or so, like read the comics, because I think both of them are great. And like I always grew up as a Creepshow kid. Like I'm not gonna lie. So see, I got into Tales from the Crypt a little bit later, but like I was always a Creepshow kid. So see, I always loved like the first two Creepshow movies, just just so just because like that they always bring me back to when I was a little kid, back to 8-year-old Matt. But yeah, and then next up is Deadstream. So this is like a little bit of like a comedy mockumentary. So it's like a found footage, but see, I'm gonna call it a mockumentary just because I feel like it kind of makes fun of things a little bit. Like it's definitely a comedy, and it's about this guy who's a YouTuber, and he got canceled for something. So now he's trying to come back, and he's trying to do this live stream in a haunted house and see if it's actually haunted. Well, it's to no surprise, it's actually haunted. But it's just a really funny movie, and like especially if you love like comedies and stuff, or like that comedy horror genre, I would definitely say check it out because it was fantastic and it cracks me up every single time. And that next up is actually another found footage film. So that's the first Hell House movie. So that's a found footage film, but it's about this group of people trying to figure out like what happened at this like attraction place because that there was so that these people opened up a so this haunted house exhibit for people to go through, and that something goes horribly wrong, and it's about these people trying to find out what actually happened that night. And it's actually a little creepy of a movie. It's actually a, but like that. There's some creepy moments in it, but like it's just overall a really good movie, and so like especially if you like found footage films, it's a good one. So I do hear a decent amount of people talk about this one, so definitely check it out if you haven't. And then next up is actually Ghost Ship. Now this is a 2002 film, so it's a little bit older, but it's a fantastic movie about. So like if I remember correctly, it's like a scavenging scene. Like find the ship just in the middle of the ocean, and so it's pretty much just. And it turns out the ship's haunted, and it kind of shows you like how it became haunted because that someone killed all these people on the ship with like a wire, and like that part actually creeped me out. I'm not gonna lie, that creeped me out a little bit. So it's like that like very opening scene of like all the people dancing in the ship, and then like the wire coming down and killing all of them. Like that creeped me out when I was a kid. But it's a very good like just movie, and again like it's from 2002, so like it kind of has that early 2000s charm to it. Like it's not the best movie ever, but it just has that charm to it. And then next up is well actually that the last two I'm just gonna do some kid friendly ones just in case if you have kids or just like if you're not big into horror at all. But so number 9 is Beetlejuice, which I don't really need that much explanation I feel like for Beetlejuice, but it's about these people who died and that they trying and that new people are moving into the house, and that they're trying to kick these people out so then that they could just be ghosts in this house forever just by themselves, and that they try to get the help of this guy named Beetlejuice, who was played by Michael Keaton, and yeah, like so see, I think I don't need to say that much more about Beetlejuice because it's just that great of a series, or it's just that great of a movie. But well, it's apparently they're making a second one, and that Michael Keaton is coming back as Beetlejuice, so that's gonna be very exciting. And then my last one, which is the second of the like more kid friendly, not as scary stuff, Goosebumps.